welcome to Flight Test. I'm Josh.
This is Alan.
And I'm Eric.
And today we are at Alan's house.
Josh and I grew up learning to fly in like the 80s.
Yes.
So we're kind of from the old school, and I was looking around your workshop, and you have got some really cool old stuff here.
Oh yeah, I've been around
And
since
I see
the 80s.
the Roadrunner up there, and even some old fuel tanks, which I think in the old days that was probably the part I hated the most, was setting up a new tank and bending the copper tubes. And can you tell us a little bit? I mean, I think you have a little bit of everything. You fly multi-rotors, you fly fast, you know, you bank and yanks, you've got some old stuff, and tell us a little bit
The
about
old stuff is fun. This has got an OS 300. It's just a fun, simple flyer. I live on the lake, so flying off the water is almost I have to. This is just a fun one to take out on a summer day and get the boats all stopping and oohing and eyeing. And
we did an episode on a Roadrunner.
Yeah, we did.
I believe a while ago.
Matter of fact,
I just can't believe the fact that you knew what it was and you got one.
yeah.
So there's two people in the U.S. that have one.
There you go.
Me
Well,
and you.
the funny thing is back in, the 80s?
Yeah.
They were all the rage. They had different people at different sizes. They would go crazy big with them. They would go smaller with them, and then they kind of let the ugly sticks. Mm-hmm. But that style model, and when David Vindestol and I went, we each had, I think it was $100 in our pocket. We went to a swap meet, and there was an old runner. We didn't even recover the thing. We just went ahead, and I checked the wood, make sure it wasn't fuel soaked. And that's one thing. Whenever you get into these old models and you see one, even has a beautiful Monaco job, always open up the covers, look down in there, and look at the condition of the balsa wood. What do you got for us, brother?
What we have here is the headsets for your goggles with the shielding is what we showed you at Joe Nall. With the goggles, as everybody knows, the sun gets you in your eyes and you always have to put a hat on, so we just did a little simple.
Also, those eye cups like just dig right into your face, right?
So this is a very comfortable setup, but it keeps all the sun out and it's very easy to take on and take off, which everybody knows the little rubber straps can be cumbersome.
Yes. Now did you cut this down here, or is this just a full face rubber thing with the screen removed? How did you make this?
This was a welding helmet.
Okay.
Okay, and we simply took it apart and put the head strap on. Simple hookup. You just snip it in the center and fold it back and run it through the slots, and then start cutting your hood down to where it fits like you like it.
That is too cool.
Wow.
Just really simple, really easy to do. It takes about 10-15 minutes.
Did you have to cut up your goggles for this?
No, did not have to touch the goggles.
You just
simply
actually pinched
took the strap off. I had to cut this strap off. On the new set, they simply slid out.
Okay.
And then the headband apparatus, where it comes together, simply snip it in the center and fold it back, and then find out where your goggle depth is supposed to be, and taper it down to fit, slide it through, and put 2 screws in it. Done deal.
You know what I also love is you could put Immersion makes a really cool patch antenna.
Yes.
You could actually mount your patch antenna if you're flying far out and stuff, and you're worried, about making sure you hold your head. Like I always curl up a lot and stuff. Yep. You could actually put your patch antenna so it's still pointing in the right direction.
You could put a diversity on here and go dual antennas. Mm-hmm. You can go with another receiver on here. Everything can just plug right on top.
Love it. And let's just say it.
And it just keeps it in one nice, tidy unit.
Love it. And it looks cool, too.
And
now, well, if you're going to geek out, you really got to geek out, right?
You got to do it right.
There you
got to
go.
do it right.
100%.
Got to do it right.
Now, going along with FPV, this is a good way to experience and get the goggles to fit comfy. Even Alex, when he put this on at eWeek, he's like, I got a big head. And you're like, not a problem. And
not a problem. It opens up.
Right out.
Large craniums.
And you can get welding helmets like this very affordably at Harbor Freight at a lot of different locations,
Yeah,
right?
or simply go to your welding shop and try to get a nicer headset. That was like $19.
Oh, that's got cushion in there.
This was really nice, really comfortable.
That's the Cadillac.
This is the Cadillac, and it's just clickers. It's like $19, $18, and then go find you
I know
an
I'm doing
old
my attitude.
Jackson hood. you got to find the shield part.
Yes.
It's hard to find the old stuff. Everybody's new. They want the auto tinting lens and all that. But there's plenty of these laying around in old welding shops,
Nice.
Somebody's garage.
Yeah, be resourceful, right?
Be resourceful. Exactly.
It's just so cool to see the ingenuity that everybody comes up with, because we think we come up with these great ideas, and then we see what you guys do, and it's just humbling.
Every time we meet somebody different, we learn something new. Okay,
All right, what do you got here, Alan?
What we have here is a simple little pan system that you can make with all your spare servo parts, which we all have plenty of.
Yes.
And I'll put it on the rudder servo because I don't use rudders when I'm flying this thing. And we just simply, as you're flying, it's very natural to use your rudder to follow through turns.
Almost like you're coordinating, right?
Yeah, it's very, very easy to fly and very easy to coordinate your turns. Flying into, you can see what you're flying into before you hit it. But anyway,
so if you wreck your tricopter, definitely save the broken servo.
Yeah,
'cause you can use it to make parts like this.
And I love it, the fact, I mean, you can see right there where that servo was stripped out, and you just put it on the back, so...
Yeah, put it on the back so we're not using that
Doesn't
side.
catch that bad.
Yeah, we're just using the good gears.
So you put this little guy up here. What do you? Is that
This is my indicator. I'm going that way. So when I'm flying, I can see just the tip of it, which tells me my camera is centered.
Well, and this is a great way to do it because, I mean, you're taking busted simple parts. Your resolution's not that bad. When you want to look around and check around, you can do it really quickly and then come right. But the biggest thing is a 180-degree pivot.
Yeah, and actually set up properly, it will point almost all the way backwards. I think it was glitching a little bit on this side, like my travels aren't set.
Cool.
But it's cool when you're flying out. If you're pointing backwards, you can just see the ground disappearing. Yeah. And then immediately
that's an added experience to the
well, and just as a recap here, what you did is when you have a busted servo, the 4 screws go out the bottom. You open that up, you got your motors, your potentiometers, and a whole bunch of different gears. Piece of balsa wood, piece of plastic.
Yeah, and this little piece of plastic was actually part of a frame off of I think an auto gyro.
Okay.
So we just saved all those little parts and we cut them and fit them. Doesn't take a whole lot.
Love it. About 10 minutes of your time and you got 180 degree
pivot.
pivot.
Yeah, and inexpensive.
You're back.
We are back.
That looked like an amazing road trip.
The whole trip was wonderful. And Alan, special thank you. We had such a great time with you and your family, getting welcomed into your home, into your shop, and also getting to learn a lot of really great trips. The whole trip was amazing. Getting to go to different locations, fellowship, but also learn a lot of really great trips on the way. Alan, you're a real blessing to us.
And we also want to thank Harry's.com for actually sponsoring this episode and making things like this road trip possible. And now Harry's offers reasonably priced shave products at a fraction of the cost of its competitors.
Yeah, and you know what? When you grow bristly beards and stuff, you got to shave it off, and it's not very easy, and you don't want to use a cheap razor for that, but you don't want to spend a lot of money either. And they were so kind, they actually sent us a sample pack and let us try it out, and that was back during the Amazon episode.
Yeah, actually, after the Amazon episode, my dad got me and my brothers all Harry's subscription for Christmas, and we've been using it ever since, and it works really well. And actually, if you go to Harry's.com and use the promo code FLIGHTTEST, you can actually save $5 on your Harry's purchase, which is pretty reasonable.
So you save money on normal, high-quality razors, and plus you save $5 more. Can't beat it.
We want to thank you guys for watching, and we want to thank Harry's.com for sponsoring this episode.
Absolutely.
See you guys next time.
See you next time.